Let's do this now. Every emergency funds and debt management, I know, setting the spiritual tone that we need to manage money properly. Good morning, beautiful and amazing souls. We see the skyscrapers reaching for the heavens, right? We see them everywhere we go. But we rarely talk about what's happening 40 feet underground. We see the skyscrapers rise and we will watch them go up. But we never really went to look at what was being done 40 feet below. And that is where the whole thing starts. So today we are not talking about saving for a rainy day. We're talking about driving deep piles that ensure your skyscraper of wealth and never tilts when the wind blows. That's what we're talking about today. How to build that foundation that when you put the load on it, it sustains it. Like those of you who were well fortified with several different types of savings account, when Mr. COVID came, you were ready. You had bounce in your step. You had determination in your shoulder. You were walking like, yes, I can do this. You know why? Because you had built a really strong, deep 40 feet foundations of savings over the years, tiny bit. So guys, let's get this. I am Tessa-Marie and you are joining for the morning blessing. So let's get it going. Those of you that are here, stop and visit for a while. So take a deep breath because the physical and spiritual connection as we dive into our financial pillar today. I said physical. We need the physical because we need to be able to work to keep that financial pillar going. We need spiritual to believe, yes, we can and we will succeed and there will be enough to pay for the bills every day. But we have to dig deep. We have to go down there and place it. Blessings upon blessings to everyone joining the stream. Because you see, the more blessings you have, the deeper you are going to get that pocket of yours. As I said, my followers from the COVID era, they were bouncing around because they had a strong foundation. They had money salted, put away over the years for certain things, like maintenance for the car and the this and the that and the vacation. We couldn't do anything. So when the jobs were shut down and no money were coming in, they were able to use the money for vacation to pay their living expenses, the maintenance for the car to maintain their furnaces or to maintain something else they couldn't leave their homes. So that is what it is. Even, the foundation is something that we have to understand. Your foundation doesn't have to start big and deep because when a skyscraper is going up, they have to clear the soil. They start gathering, moving topsoil, moving stones. It takes weeks and months and years to get that foundation going. And we do that. They do that. We see it. And they succeed. And we are standing and walking in those buildings ourselves like the CN Tower, those big buildings all over the world. Look at the Eiffel Tower. This thing was built all those hundreds of years ago, yet it stands. Because the foundation is strong. The war will push it. The war will shake it. It did World War II. When you go to the House of Lords in England, you see how they did not fix what was going to hurt that building. If it could withstand and see, they said, lest we forget. The war rooms were left the same, exactly as Churchill had the soldiers and where they were on that table. That's how it is to this day. They didn't want to forget that what they had to go through to come out of this war, that they will never forget it. So you go into Windsor Castle and yes, you will see damage to the walls inside and outside because they wanted to make sure that they remember this. So when we are building our foundation, we have to remember the twists and turns of life when we are building our foundations. We have to remember that. Most people look at an emergency fund as a scarcity move, a just in case something goes wrong bucket. We are shifting that mental perspective. Why save for a rainy day when you can save for a vacation day? And if something happens, then you will use a little bit of it. But give it a positive name. In high-rise construction, when you're building, you're piling deep, the piles are heavy pillars, driven deep into the bedrock of the ground. Without them, the building sinks into the sand. So this is what you have to do. Without that little bedrock of yours, my $1.75, your $5, do not look at it and turn up your nose. Don't be like my brother's wife who said to him, saving $20 a week is no savings at all, man, I can tell you. If in 1968 and 69 I had $20 to save a week, well, today, I don't know where I would be. I would have money coming out of my earlobes. Because all I had was $1.75, guys, and we made it. And here we are. So what I'm saying, start, even in these terrible times, it's an emergency fund isn't scarcity city money. It's bedrock money. It's foundation money. It is what allowed you to stand tall when economic storms. How? Like now. My coaches, the people that I've coached over the years, they tell me, even now, Tessa-Marie, I'm still able to put my savings. Lisa had to save $2 because she had to pay $600 for credit card debts in those days. She's the mother of two and a husband and $82,000 worth in debt that they wipe off. But at the time they were wiping it off, they were saving a little. And by the time everything was paid, they were able to go on a prepaid vacation at a resort, all inclusive for all four of them. It's the little bit that fills the bucket. Savings, even in these turbulent times, is possible. It does not have to be $500,000, guys. It does not have to be $500. It just has to be consistent, $20, $10, $5. Whatever you get. I do not, when the government sends us a $30 thing, I don't know what it's for. But when I get it, guys, boom, savings, boom, vacation. I take that $30 and I don't know, I think it has cents on it, 91 cents. I bring that cents to $1. And then I transfer it exactly from the account where the government puts that money in. And I shift $10 to savings for rainy day, no. For vacation, $10 over here. $10 in the garden account so I can buy what type of roses I want. But when you leave it in the checking account, you didn't work for that money. It's a gift. Make it matter. You might look at it and say, Tessa-Marie, it's only $30. Yes, but $30 taken care of is 12 threes, is $360. And then if you make that $30 off, make it 40, there you go, $480. It's a little bit that matters. It's not the big amount. When I coached a young man once, I told him, you have to save $20. He said, well, Tessa-Marie, hi Nancy, Tessa-Marie, I have so much. I can save $500. I looked at him quizzically. Anyway, 2 weeks later, he comes back and I said, so how is the savings going? Well, I had to use it, so I only really $20. So I said to him, you know what that tells me? You should only be saving $20 a pay. And from the moment he switched to doing $20 a pay, he was able to get money for vacation again with his children and his wife. So what I'm saying to you, it's not that I'm pushing a vacation. That's our reward after working. I'm pushing a vacation. So when you become a senior, you will realize you are valuable. You should still be able to go to Dominica for 4 months, Florida for a 6 week, go on a Mediterranean cruise like I am doing in May because I'm turning 80. But you have to start somewhere. If I did not start at my $1.75, I would not be pushing to save money even now. But I want to be able to just buy what I want. I want to be able to give a granddaughter, grandson, something that I do. If they want it, you want it, Grammy said you can have it. Oh, Mom, you shouldn't. I said, it's my money. You stay out of it. So you have to understand those things. You are younger. We are older and we are telling you that road we traveled on, it's okay. I know they're criticizing all of you young people in your 20s and your 40s and telling you will never make it. That is a lie. They're telling you a lie. They made it, and half of them were crazy. They were hippies. They were dancing and they had flour in their hair, walking the street, men and women. And they made it. And you listening to them, they are just repeating what their elders told them. They know it's not true because they are proof that they succeeded, even if they were called flower children or hippies. Baby boomers. I'm a baby boomer, first generation of the baby boomer. And they say we are the one that controls the economy. You think? Because we did a little bit of everything. It's the consistency of saving $1 that matters, people. It's not the amount of money you save. It's the consistency of waking up, doing something automatically. Most people look at it, they think that an emergency fund is for emergency. No, do not call it an emergency fund. My vacation fund, but if the tire blows, you can use that to fix it. But give it a name that is going to drive you to succeed. An emergency fund isn't a scarcity money. It is a bedrock money. It is what you need. It is what it allows you to stand tall in times like no. When they're telling you the price of gas, yes, can we do anything about it? No, we can, but we have to travel, so we have to buy it. And then I will teach you guys what we did in the old days, coming from work. We didn't go home and then go grocery shopping. We made the circle around where we lived and picked up all the specials we had on our list and then go home. We were frugal then. And now we have to be frugal, so tight that our fingers are going to hold on to our money and we will release it only under duress. We must eat. We must feed children. We must feed parents. We must help. We have to donate. So I want you guys to understand this one simple thing. Even in turbulent financial times like we are having, you can consistently just believe, I will put $5. And automatic, don't trust yourself to go to the bank, man. You won't get there. Because we do not honor ourselves. And it's not our fault. We were told we should honor everybody else, so we honor the company, the phone company, the mortgage people, and then at the bottom is savings. And as soon as something breaks and the headache happens, we don't save anymore because you do not matter. That is why I do not use the word budget. That is why I created something called the spending plan. Number one, savings. What does that mean? It belongs to me. Put your name. And even if it is only $5 a pair, you're still number one. One day it will get to be number 21. And you'll be saving more, but you're still number one. And you have to just think, you're coming home from work, and you have to drive to work. And where you're coming, there is this store, that store. Look at them. Make that circle to come home. Stop there, pick it up. Stop here, pick it up. Make your list before you leave the house. Always have your list of your grocery list in the car. It's great to have it on the phone. But when you see the piece of paper on the seat next to you and you're driving home, it forces you to look at it. And then just take your time. Consider whether the leftover should freeze. If they don't want it, freeze it. You can feed it to them another day. They won't even know because they're hungry. That's how you build the children up. You see, if you're hearing what I'm saying, it's about the foundation. That's what I'm telling you. It's the foundation. You make some short little changes now, but they go like this.